Having SOGI discussions in my school made me feel like people were educated about different families, like mine, where I have 2 moms. Now I don't really feel like if I talk about my family, anybody will tease me because everybody's educated.
BCCPAC is working with the Ministry of Education to create parent resources to explain what SOGI inclusive education is in BC schools. SOGI 123 is one of the tools teachers can use to better understand the diversity in our schools, to better understand sexual orientation and gender identity, so that they can include themes and weave it into the teaching that they have.
SOGI Inclusive Education is something that is not on a standalone program. It starts great conversations with our students, and it allows them to see that everyone brings a different piece to our classroom.
Gender will always be part of life. Most people feel primarily as a boy or man or a girl or woman, but what we're trying to do is just to create a little bit more space because there are people in the world who their biology or their gender identity doesn't necessarily fit neatly into these 2 rigid boxes.
Support for diversity in schools is legally required by the BC Human Rights Code. This code helps protect all of us from discrimination and harassment.
We're diverse, and so our ideas that you can turn things into black and white are actually not the way it is in this world. It's not a true reflection of God's diversity, and it's something we need to get past so that we're beginning to think of everybody as being unique and different and wonderful and beautiful.
ਮੈਂ ਹੱਥ ਜੋੜ ਕੇ ਬੇਨਤੀ ਕਰਦੀ ਹਾਂ ਕਿ ਜਦੋਂ ਬੱਚੇ ਇਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਪਰਿਵਾਰ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਆਉਂਦੇ ਆ ਉਹ ਪਰਮਾਤਮਾ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਇੱਕ ਤੋਹਫਾ ਮਿਲਿਆ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਆਪਣੇ ਲੜਕੇ ਤੇ ਲੜਕੀਆਂ ਦੀ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਪਿਆਰ ਦਿਓ ਇੱਜ਼ਤ ਨਾਲ ਘਰ 'ਚ ਰੱਖੋ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਪਿਆਰ ਕਰੋਗੇ ਆਂਢੀ ਗੁਆਂਢੀ ਕਰਨਗੇ ਸਾਰਾ ਆਲਾ ਦੁਆਲਾ ਕਰੂਗਾ
A lot of people will say being in touch with this information will give people ideas, but that wasn't the case for me. Not having SOGI education didn't prevent me from being queer or being transgender, just made me confused and afraid and ashamed.
We know from our research and from other people's research that heterosexual students benefit just as much as students who identify with different sexual orientations and gender identity. So if you create an inclusive environment for one group, you end up creating an inclusive school for everybody.
My advice to parents would be to listen, ask questions, talk to your kids. If you're worried about how it's going to be integrated into the classroom, talk to the teacher. They're the ones going to be integrating it, so talk to them about it. Listen with an open mind.
Teachers have conversations in their classrooms in age-appropriate ways all the time about diversity and how kids in their classrooms are represented.
SOGI inclusive education in elementary school looks like classrooms and libraries having a variety of resources, books, posters that show diversity, show diverse families.
The way I approach these topics with early primary students often begins with a book. It starts with a story, for sure, and that's a really natural way to talk about it.
There's people that are boys, there's people that are girls, there are people whose gender might be a little bit of both. All girls like playing with dolls. Is that a stereotype?
Yeah.
Is it true?
No.
No. Boys don't cry.
What?
Girls don't play sports.
What?
That's ridiculous. Of course they do.
Some boys like dressing up, some girls like catching snakes.
Who's in your family? My dog. Oh, so cute. A family can be made up in many different ways. Don't be afraid to start with the younger grades. They are definitely ready to learn about, there aren't just 2 boxes, boy and girl, there's everything in between, and there are different types of families, and the kids are old enough to learn about that and to be accepting of each other's differences.
You know, when they're in my class, they're 12 and 13 years old.
Okay, so we're gonna pause for the middle part, and you can write down some thoughts about how you think the character is feeling.
Parents have reacted to SOGI education in a very positive way. I've had people come up and talk to me about it, how they're happy that this is happening here at our school. I've had emails and they're very supportive.
It's really important to face your fears. As I'll say it, I was a little bit scared at first. What does this mean? I don't know. But it's okay. It's okay to feel that way. And it's okay as long as you acknowledge that fear.